So right, we're on then. So welcome back. I think we're doing this as a two-part video just because they're getting a bit long now, but this morning I've been out having the bike looked at with a guy called David Smith at Smithcraft Motorcycles, and he's very kindly fit me in at short notice for a bit of engine, well, a bit of fettling. So, and I'm aware there is a rattle somewhere around here, but just ignore that as best you can. I'm trying to do the same. So when I arrived, he had a bit of a blip of the bike and we had a bit of a chat, and he kind of said he doesn't think it's a timing issue, which with this apparently not having an alternator makes it very difficult to do the timing, and it's a bit more by feel than strobe. That's what he said. I don't understand the mechanics of why that is, but I'll accept it anyway. So then we moved on to Carb. Strange Louis Vuitton bag, wait for a bus. Anyway, so yeah, he stripped down the carb, and the big thick gasket that the actual carb touches against, rather than the one that the engine touches, if that makes any sense at all. It's the thicker one. There was a bit of a tear in it at the bottom. It had come apart, and the O-ring had become a bit squashed, and you could see on the drip tray there was a bit of a black smear almost, where this hole, where this vacuum that had created was sucking in air. You could see a bit of a trail. So he changed that, as if I'm invested in this. He changed that gasket, and in fact he had to cut one as well from gasket material. We didn't have enough, so because I bought a set, a rebuild kit, so we used the new O-ring from that, we used the thinner washer gasket material that came with it, and we put two homemade ones in, and that, we believe, has cleared that problem up. We also looked at the needle. So the needle is a D needle for Delta. Just have to remember my telephonic speak there. So it's a D needle. Come on, let's give it a little. Well, it certainly picks up, doesn't it? Just need another gear now. Oh, a McLaren, look at that. MP2. So much rattling. Oh, that is it. Right, I fixed it. Right, the tank's loose. It is the tank. Well, I've tightened up the bits underneath the front, and he's put the bolts in at the back. So whether I've got some more pads actually. Good. So as long as it stays on for now. Well, that's handy. He knew it. He said it was the tank. Where was I? Yeah, so we frigged around with a pilot air screw. We moved the needle to the middle of the 5 notches. I had a feeling, for some reason I thought this was a 3-notch needle in these, but I guess I'm wrong. Because I'm a bit of an idiot, I bent the clip, so to take the needle actually out, there's a little, like a fork clip, so that goes in sideways, and the needle drops out when you pull it out. Anyway, I tried to put it in that way, and it bent. It was like, ooh. So he soldered some of that back together. Couldn't make it up. And what else? Yeah, it seems to be running, well, better definitely seems to be running better. That initial pickup on the throttle when you blip it is great now compared to where it was. There is just a little bit of hesitation though, as you're kind of getting off quarter turn into half throttle. Now I don't know whether that's he's suggested it potentially could be a bit of wear in the pilot jet, although I do keep in touch with the previous owner, and I think he told me the Carb was rebuilt, so whether new jets were part of that I'm not sure. I would expect so, given the character, but you know, maybe may have looked good enough to keep. So I'll follow up on that. What else? It also seems to be a lot better when it's very warm after a few miles, which is probably an obvious thing to say with these bikes. But when I went on the test ride, I nearly took it back straight away, just thinking, oh, something's not right. But I persevered, and it kind of came through. So I'm actually now off to get something to eat. And Saturday traffic, great. And yeah, we'll just give it a little bit of a road test, but certainly was quite impressed with it there when we opened her up. I'm getting more confident in it now that we're nearly running. We're pretty much there. We're 150 miles away from running, I think. I mean, it's picking up well there with a third of a turn. I am going to mark the grip as well, just so I know where I'm at if I'm interested to know. But what a beautiful day! It's made my morning, this, really, because it did sound a little bit poorly sick, and I'm glad we've recognised the tank's loose, because I thought there was something else there. Yeah, just that pickup. Oh, come on. What's going on? Well, bit of a weird noise when you let the clutch out at pace. Bit of a screeching sound. Oh, right in the face there. I'll just hold it with my knees. God, that's noisy. I hope I don't lose... Oh, that's got me thinking now. I hope I don't lose any of it. I can tell I've not been riding a while. My wrist's getting tired already. The clutch hand. God, that's annoying. Well, I've got spring washers on the front and a nut and a bung on the back, so I can't lose anything. Just going to annoy. Right, let's do a bit of pickup. There's some noises, but don't think we can complain too much about that. Into third. Do we 1 second? No, but I'm going to go anyway. Oh, clunk. But yeah, really pleased with the outcome today. Certainly made a difference. And the guy said it's kind of 90% there. There's still a bit of something, but I can live with that. That's very noisy. I'm sorry if it's interfering with the parallel twin music, but and in fact it was doing that before. Now I come to think of it, there was a bit of a noise, and I thought it was these little plastic things, these metal thingy bimbobs here, but it's not. It's the tank. see. It was doing it there. Give it an extra quarter turn and it clears itself. So maybe I just need to ride it differently. I don't know what else to do with it unless I start trying to play with the needle again, and yeah, I'm just going to leave it. Now there's a very good chance this cafe is going to be shut. However, I do have a fallback. Now, are you open or are you not open? We are continuing to I don't really know. One way to find out, though, isn't there? Yeah, thought as much. God, my wrist is hurting now. Oh, it's still on. Come on. Starving here. This will do us nicely. Beer already? Won't judge. Oh, oh thank you. It doesn't get out much.
What year is that?
61.
Pardon?
1960. Oh.
Sorry. Did you say 1951?
61. Yeah. So.
The work on it.
No, can't take any credit. Huh?
You bought it like that.
Yeah, pretty much.